Have you ever heard of the saying that if you want to hide something from a black man, you put it in a book? Well, I came across a group of women recently who were defying that saying, and they were defying it big time. They were professional women who had come together in a book club, the Female Professionals Bookclub. Today, I'm here with the founder of the book club in the person of Ezinne Ibe. I want to ask her, what is the book club about? What do you do? What are you guys about? And what does it take to be a member of the Female Professionals Book Club? Please welcome Ezinne Ibe. Ezinne, how are you?
I'm good.
It's good to have you.
Good to have you.
So, what are you guys about? Female Professionals Book Club. Who are you? What are you? How did you become?
Okay. The Female Professionals Book Club, TFP Book Club for short, was founded in 2017. And it all started when I read a book titled Uplift Your Productivity, written by Mofoluwasho Ilebare. So the book has 9 strategies to maximize your potentials or your productivity as a professional woman. And I read the book and I found it quite interesting and quite apt for today's workplace environment. So I desired to share what I have learned with a couple of people, but then what I had in mind was younger people, younger female professionals, so more like a mentoring thing. Okay. But over time, I thought it may be boring, it may become boring at a point. Why not open it to a lot more people so that everyone would have opportunity to participate? And so today, I've gifted over 25 copies of that book to young female professionals in my network. And the book club itself has become a very thriving community of women who love to read and exchange ideas and share knowledge, talk about their experiences and talk about what they are reading, discuss books across borders. And today still too, we now have a membership of over 33 professions, cutting across 8 cities in Nigeria and 4 countries in the world. Okay. So you can imagine the kind of diversity in such a group, apart from the diversity of the different professions, diversity of people from different parts of the world coming together on a platform to talk about one common thing. So the basic thing is reading, people that have passion to read. And over the years, we have read a couple of Harvard Business Reviews. I remember we've read things on precision, things on strategies. We've also read fictions, we've read autobiographies and memoirs, and quite some interesting reads we have had. Okay. Yeah, so it's been a platform to share and to learn and to have fun.
Okay, so what does it take to be a member of the book club? How do you recruit members, or how do members join the book club?
Okay, now membership is open to every professional woman. The Female Professionals Book Club is on various social media channels. Okay. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and we're on Facebook. But our main space where we interact, the digital space where we interact, is on WhatsApp. So that's where you have the over 110 women currently interacting almost on a daily basis. But if you want to become a member, you ask to join any of the social media groups, platforms. And from there, we do documentation of who you are, what you do, and that's pretty much what it's about. Then you are added to the group.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned to me that in this year, 2020, you have done a lot more than you had done in the previous year. So could you walk us through that?
Okay. So in 2020, the book club clocked 3. And it's expected that you would have made some progress as a 3-year-old toddler. So we looked back at the things we had done. Over the years, we have read a couple of Harvard Business Reviews. We've read autobiographies. We've read memoirs. Michelle Obama's Becoming was the last memoir we read. We've read E.C. Osondo's This House Is Not For Sale, very hilarious book. We've also read Baba Shegi's The Secret Lives of Baba Shegi's Wives by Lola Shoneyin. Shoneyin, yes, and pretty much other books, Everything Good Will Come, Hidden Figures, and we connected in a lot of ways. But this year, we set for ourselves a vision, and we developed a vision board to guide our activities and align us to the path we would want to be able to make impact. First, as a group of women who love to read, and as a thriving community too, full of professional women. So this year, what did we do differently? We incorporated a couple of things, like a documentary we watched, and aligned our vision board to 6 sustainable development goals.
Okay.
SDG numbers 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, and 17 on partnership for goals, reduced inequalities, gender equality, decent work and economic growth, education, health, and well-being. So if you see the things we have done in this year, particularly, they've all been aligned to that. So we started this year with a reading plan, how we want everything to go. At the beginning, we had a WhatsApp pinner. It used to be a seminar,
okay, and a
webinar, and now we can freely call it WhatsApp. That's one thing. The world is evolving so fast that terms are just coming up. Look at the other day, some new words from Pidgin, like Bukateria, were added to the dictionary. Okay. So that's the way it is. It's a very dynamic forum, and in that WhatsApp pinner, it was Fola Wiyo that took us through social media and book selling. She's a member of the book club. She sells books online, and she took us through what it takes to show your presence online. And to balance it too, we watched another documentary, The Great Hack,
okay,
to look at how to manage your trail in the digital space. So as you are opening one account, as you are logging in your details, know that someone at the other end may probably be using it for what you do not know. Exactly. And that could be used to influence what you do or used to have control over you. So we create a learning platform at the Female Professionals Bookclub. So we did that, and then we did quite a couple of things, and we read a few fables from Aesop and the CEO. Okay. Yes, it's a book, it's our go-to book when we need to fill in. Maybe when there are no reviewers, we pick a few fables there. We look at the business moral, we look at Aesop's moral. So it's always a platform of learning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what other things have you done this year, apart from the things you've already mentioned? What are some of the other things you've done in the book club this year? I know you've mentioned a few, but I want you to tell our viewers a few of the dynamic things
that we
the
have
Female
done.
Professionals Book Club did this year, or members of the Female Professionals Book Club.
Sure. So this year, you will agree with me, it's been different. And even though we have a reading plan we want to follow, we are very much aware of our environment and we follow the trends. And so in March, April, there was the onset of what has been termed as COVID-19 pandemic.
At least in Nigeria, because it started much earlier in other places.
Other continents. But we watched it from continent to other continents, ravaging and causing lockdown and things just changing. And this working from home thing came, and everybody was wondering, okay, so what next?
How long will it last?
Then we even thought it was just going to come and go, and people were saying after the lockdown we would do this, after COVID-19 we would do this, And so during that period, a few professional women came together and thought about how the situation was affecting us as professional women. I remember we carried out a survey and we put most of the information out on the social media platform. How mothers were working from home, how you may be frustrated because you do not have enough access to power or internet or to work. You have the children with you 24/7. Nobody goes anywhere. Everybody was quite conscious of exposures here and there. And it wasn't all gloom. We looked at the good side of it too. Families were having to stay or spend more time together.
Nobody was going anywhere.
Nobody was going anywhere. Oh, the flights were not going, of course. And there was interstate lockdown in Nigeria particularly. So people were homebound. Children learned some new skills. Even mothers too. People went back to things they were not doing before.
They didn't have time for.
Yes, because we're always running up and down. You know how as women you are always up and about. But I think it's good that sometimes we remember that even though the earth is spinning at 1,000 miles per second, we should make out time to pause and breathe. And that is what the book club does for me. I look at people share things from different perspectives and I begin to look at it. Oh, really, this thing can be like this and not like this. So those are the kind of things we have done. On the Partnership for Goals, we partnered with Bayer, makers of Supradine, Europe's #1 multivitamin, and Ogechi from Bayer took us on nutrition, food, and how to plan your meals. And in the course of seeing what women were also going through psychologically, mentally, people going into depression, half salary cuts, people even losing their jobs completely, we thought about our preventive health checks. Let's not take things for granted. Women should find time to go check on themselves and how well they are doing medically. And talk about other things that were not in our plan. We did. The doctors and the group, about 4 of them particularly, they came together, and for a period of 3 days, they took us on breast cancer awareness. And I got personal feedback from members of the book club that it was a very good time for them to learn so much that they've been seeing all over. They didn't even know what it was all about. And so they encouraged us to always make it a habit to do the annual mammogram examination, breast examination. And they also went as far as helping us get a discount so that members could walk into a center and get it done for them at a reduced rate. So you see, when you put all these things together, you can consider it as an informal way of empowering a woman, because once you bring knowledge and bring a platform, you never know how far the inspiration you create in that group can do. I know we also had a session where we appreciated teachers. Teachers Appreciation Day. Talk about teachers. If there weren't teachers, you and I would not be able to communicate. Because to start with, I'll be speaking Igbo and you would be speaking Shakiri. I would not be able to communicate. So that was a very good one too. We appreciated teachers in our midst. And we had a quiz session. The social media team of the Female Professionals Bookclub put together a quiz. And at the end of it, people won gifts. Wow. And they were happy about it. So in the midst of reading, doing what you enjoy doing, we're having fun.
And still winning things.
Yes.
Good.